Hi everybody, my name is Maggie and I'm an animal care specialist here at Brookfield Zoo. And I am one of the keepers that has been hand raising this North American River Otter Pup. And today we are going to be revealing his name. But I also wanted to introduce to you the rest of our Otter crew.
Hi, I'm Paul.
I'm Nicolette.
I'm Adelina.
Scott. Craig.
I'm Jill.
All right, so everybody here has been doing a really great job caring for this little guy, and I'm sure you guys have all been tuning in to watch his growth, and he is getting bigger and bigger every day. So as I mentioned, we are going to be, he's super squirmy, we are going to be revealing his name. You guys have all been voting on one of 4 names. We have Flambeau, Chippewa, Pascal, and Ozzy. So 4 really great names, so I really appreciate everybody putting in their choice. So we're going to be revealing that in a short amount of time, and we're waiting for everybody to tune in. So a few other things we're going to be doing while he is out with us today. We're going to be showing off some fun behaviors because he is getting so big, as you guys can see. You guys have seen a lot of videos of him bottle feeding when he was super little. We'll see him running around. We're also going to take him for a dip in his brand new pool because he has been learning how to swim. As they turn around 7 weeks old, they start learning how to swim. So you guys saw him dipping his feet last week. So he's going to show off his brand new skills. So he gets bigger and bigger every day. So a little bit about how many votes we have. Paul has some numbers.
We had over 17,000 votes. And it was actually pretty close between 2 of the names. I'm not going to say which ones. It was a back and forth fight. So you guys did a really good job, and great job voting for your particular teams. I think that's more votes than we've had in any other naming contest. I thought I heard that. Yeah, so that's amazing. That's really cool. We really appreciate how involved you guys were. We're really excited about that. And we're really excited that you're following his whole development and growth, and you get to see him grow up. And that's just a really cool thing.
Yeah, so we've been raising him now for the past 8 weeks. Some of the older pictures you guys might have seen, he had his eyes closed, his ears closed. So just looking at his face, he's gotten quite a bit bigger. He's very curious and inquisitive about what's going on. So I think he's getting ready to learn his name. It'll be great for us to be able to call him something and for him to be able to pick up on a name for us to call him. All right, sounds about time for us to do the big reveal. All right, so as I mentioned, we had 4 names that you guys were all voting on. That was Chippewa, Flambeau, Ozzy, and Pascal. And the big reveal goes on down to Jill. Over here. Ready? All right, you guys voted for Pascal. That is an awesome name. He is going to love it. So this is in reference to an Animal Crossing otter. So I know you guys are all big fans of Animal Crossing. That's a great game. And he is going to do great with that name. What do you think, Pascal? I think he likes it. Thank you guys all so much for voting and taking time to participate in that contest and stay engaged with Brookfield Zoo and your favorite North American River Otter pup. All right, so you guys want to check out what he's been up to?
Let's check it out.
Okay, so I think we're going to take him for a dip in his pool.
Celebratory lap.
Yeah. So if you guys want to help him take a dip. So, because it definitely takes a village to raise this little guy.
We've got a whole care team here.
Really helpful in helping him. So now normally, if he was with his mom, she would probably, kind of pull him into the water and help him swim. So we started out by just having him dip his feet into the water and then slowly make his way into deep water. He actually likes to dip his face into the water and blow bubbles. He's still learning how to hold his head above water. But you can see he's pretty buoyant. They have a really waterproof coat, and he's learning how to kick his feet. I know. So he uses that call to kind of call for us when he needs help. You're good.
Tilting a little.
There you go. So we give him a rock for something to kind of kick off of. Then we might help guide him around. I pass him off to somebody over there if he needs help. But I think he's going to take off on his own.
Yeah, you can see he's starting to swish his tail a little bit, and they actually use the tail to help propel themselves through the water, just as they do with their feet.
Look at him
Waiting.
go.
Yeah.
He is really getting the hang of it. See there, he just dipped his face under because eventually he's going to be taking big dives and diving down and catching fish. You got it. You're good. And the other day he spun around and did kind of a barrel roll in the water. So these guys are like little acrobats underneath the water, so they're very agile. So when they swim underneath the water, they actually close their nostrils, and they can be underneath the water for 8 minutes. And please feel free to write in any questions. We can answer all of your questions while we're chatting and hanging out with them. I know, bud. You got it.
So he's been having a few swimming lessons. When did he start his swimming lessons?
At 7 weeks old. So he's really been doing this for just over a week. So I think he's improved so much. I don't know what you guys think.
Some people are wondering what he eats. I know we've seen a lot of videos of him bottle feeding on the page. Does he eat anything else right now?
Right now he mostly eats formula, but we have started introduce canned dog food. So that's a solid that is just mainly there to start introducing him to the idea of eating solid food. Then after that, he will be introduced to fish, which is the primary source of solid food in an otter's diet. All right, I think we're about done.
Have a towel?
Start drying him off, hand him off to Nicolette. So you can see how sleek his body is. He's getting really good at shaking off all of that water. They'll start learning to do that once they start swimming. And then we'll towel dry him off, and we'll take him over to our little play area we have over here and let him wiggle around.
Yeah. Some people were wondering, how long do North American river otters live? About?
In the wild, maybe around 8 years old, but in captivity, they can live up to 20 years old.
So does he hang out with his mom?
Well, we're hand-raising him because his mom wasn't producing enough milk. So we eventually hope to reintroduce him back to the swamp with Benny and Charlotte once he's done weaning, which usually happens around 16 weeks. So, we're kind of acting as his family right now, but eventually he will be living with other otters. All right, I think we're about ready to go wiggle in a bigger space over here. So otters love to dry off on towels or run away, I don't know.
Taking a break for it.
Now, as I mentioned before, he picks up on new behaviors every day. He surprises us. We get back from our weekends, and we're always like, who is this otter? He knows how to, he's so active, and he's recently picked up running, which can be exhausting, but really fun for us.
Is he pretty fast when he runs? Oh, man, he's
Yep,
running
there he
right by me.
goes.
Hi.
Yeah, little waddle. I mean, I think fast for, an 8-week-old otter. He's pretty speedy. But he can still be a little bit wobbly, but he's definitely getting better and better every day. Where are you going?
Back to the pool.
Once he's back with his parents, will he be able to be seen by the public?
I'm not sure of the plan yet. So I guess everyone will just have to stay tuned.
We do know his parents live in the swamp.
Yes, Benny and Charlotte. He's just started really kicking off with those back legs lately, so he does kind of that otter hop. So that's kind of a new behavior that he picked up on. He has new vocalizations. He does that chirp a lot, but he also started doing a big grunt. So they rely a lot on those vocalizations for communication. Hi. Yeah. Dry you off?
Little squeaks right now. What are some of his favorite enrichment items?
Well, he loves to play with, so we have some stuffed animals for him to chew on. He likes to play fight with towels. He's a little stuffed elephant somewhere. I don't think we have it with us, but he really likes that one. Hey, buddy.
And does that help him with, is that something for him to chew on, or what are some of the purposes of those enrichment items for him?
He would be, if he was with other otters, they would be wrestling and playing, so he can do that with toys. We definitely don't want him playing with his teeth with us, so we redirect that onto toys.
Oh, yeah. Are they kind of like sharp how puppy teeth are?
They have extremely sharp teeth, and they have quite a few of them.
And they've been sharp ever since he was really little, too. He's had those little tiny kitten teeth.
And what are some of your favorite parts about working with an otter pup like Pascal?
Okay, what is your favorite?
Well, one of the biggest things for many of us is that we've never worked with an otter before. While we do have a lot of hand-raising experience with many of our other animals, or other species of animals, we haven't done an otter yet. So while there are a lot of similarities so we did know how to bottle raise this animal, there were certain things that we still had to learn, certain signs for him that we had to just watch for. So it was a nice learning experience, and we were able to get a lot of team members on this to do something fun and something new.
It was amazing, too, how fast he is developing. Even just going on our 2-day weekend, we would come back and he was already so much bigger. It was amazing to see when he opened his eyes and he started seeing us and recognizing us. And he's just different every day and so much fun.
Yeah, he seems like he's growing quick, huh?
Yeah, when he was first born, he was about 238 grams, and now he's 1.9 kilos, which is about a little over 4 pounds in just 8 weeks.
I agree with Jill. I think all his milestones are, Adelina, sorry. His milestones are just so visible. He's just a new otter all the time that it's really great to just see that so quickly. It's sad too, because I'm like, stop growing up. But yeah, he's very charismatic and so sweet. And I think he recognizes all of us. We walk away and he runs after us, and he really enjoys being around us too. I think you visit the other otters in the swamp too. I think people get a really strong connection with them when they visit them. So having that one-on-one connection with him when he's so young, it's been extremely rewarding.
So he's been able to build up a bond individually with all of you as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't really choose anyone in particular. He's really great. He's been great for taking the bottle with everybody and playing with everybody.
Yeah.
Are there a certain number of times a day he gets fed?
Right now he's at 4
Four
times a day. Yep. So in the weaning process, that will decrease over time, but increase the amount of solid foods that he gets. It was significantly more when he was younger, but it's just decreased as we started increasing the amount of solids.
We started off with 7 feeds or 8 feeds a day?
That's when he came to us, yep.
Yeah.
But immediately when he was with the hospital staff, right when he started the hand rearing process, he had quite a few feeds every just couple hours.
Yeah.
But we still take him home at night,
So you do take him home at night. Someone was asking about when he sleeps, but
When do we sleep?
yeah, I imagine you can't get a lot of sleep with a baby otter around.
Yep.
Does he sleep in little increments, or does he sleep for a few hours at a time?
He sleeps pretty solidly between all of his feeds. His last night feed is at 10 p.m., so we get a decent sleep through the night. Yeah, he's a pretty good sleeper, but he has a lot of room to move around, so he likes to run around and play with his toys.
Someone else asked, does he like rubs? Does he seem to appear to enjoy pets and rubs?
He does. If you find the right spot to scratch him on his side, he'll kick his little back foot. So he definitely enjoys all the scratches and rubs. I think he's just really ready to run around right now. Where are you going? I know it's slippery right there.
He is checking out his caretaker, Maggie.
Come back over here. He's very vocal today.
I think it's also cool to have an animal that we can talk and watch, grow up that is something that you could find locally as well in our waterways and with the, decrease in pollution in some of our rivers. We've made big strides, as a, in the Midwest to be able to have these otters back in some rivers that didn't see otters for almost 100 years. So that's really cool. A lot of our animal ambassadors, at least, are, maybe from other countries. So it's really cool to have one that's, from North America and to make people appreciate what they have and to keep our waterways clean.
Yeah, a lot of us haven't been lucky enough to see a river otter in the wild, but they are native to Illinois and to these parts, which is pretty cool.
That's a really important point, Nicolette. And seeing them, you just never know if you're out enjoying nature, kayaking. I saw them in Wisconsin kayaking, and they just popped up out of nowhere and then went back down underneath the water, and it's so cool. So everybody just keep trying to get out there, and you might just see them. All right, well, I think we are going to wrap this up, but thank you all so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for voting for his name, Pascal, so know that your votes matter, and so make sure to keep tuning in, because you know that we'll have more coverage of this little guy, and make sure to watch him continue to grow up, because as we said, he grows up fast. All right, thank you guys so much for checking in, and we will see you all soon.
All right, we're signing out. Bye. Thanks for joining the live, everyone.
Bye.